Turn on that than being his sidekick for the last 51 years, and then her mom, and then mom to 2 other daughters. I realized I had learned about kidney transplants in like the 1980s when they started becoming successful for both the donors and the recipients. I thought that was always a pretty cool thing to do, that someone would donate their kidney to, you know, a stranger or a family member or someone like that. But I was busy. I was busy raising 3 kids, and I had a husband, and we had a business, and so it got forgotten. Then in about 93, my brother-in-law became a bone marrow donor. And I thought that was really cool. I thought, geez, you know, look what he did. He saved the life of a little girl with leukemia. And I thought, that's really cool. So I signed up with a bone marrow donor organization. And then fast forward out of that, it was almost a match, didn't work. Fast forward to that, we moved up here in 2009. We met Bill in 2010 when Bob was diagnosed with lupus. And then my interest was piqued again, and I kind of kept watching, and at that point, you can't help but learn about kidneys. And you can't help but learn how important kidneys are. Fascinated me, and I thought that was really cool too. So when Bob's kidneys sputtered and sput and failed and said, yeah, we're done, and it was determined that it was chronic, I immediately raised my hand and said, no, it's me. It's gonna be my kidney. I don't want my kids donating. It's gonna be me. But the handwriting was clearly on the wall that I was gonna retain my crown of queen sidekick and caregiver. And probably the hardest day of my life was watching Bob and Robin, you know, arm in arm, walking through the surgical ward of UW at 6:30 in the morning. God, it was early. And watching them, you know, walk in, and I had to leave. I couldn't stay at the hospital. UW said, you can't stay, you can leave, you can wait in your car if you want. And I'm like, it's cold, it's December 15th, and you want me to wait in my car? I didn't hear back until 6:30 at night. That would have been a long time sitting in your car. And when he says he felt good, I walked into his hospital room that night. He's sitting up in bed, he's checking his email. I'm like, seriously, give me your phone. So, no, he did really well. That cemented right then the thought that I too was going to donate. I learned through UW that I was too old. And I don't take no really well for an answer, so I thought, well, I'm not going to cuss here either. But I registered with MKDO, the National Kidney Donor Organization, great organization. Within a week, they had me hooked up with Virginia Mason Medical Center. I worked exclusively with them. Virginia Mason was amazing to work with. I saw the care that UW gave, which was, I thought they couldn't get any better. But then when I became a patient at Virginia Mason, I learned what it means to be cared for so well. The staff at Virginia Mason was amazing. The day before my surgery, I met my surgeon, and you know, he's like, well, are you nervous? And I'm like, well, I'm a little apprehensive. And he says, don't worry, I've worked on a transmission before. This will be a piece of cake. Okay. So surgery came, surgery went. I felt great. Surgery was on Wednesday, September 28th. I was released from Virginia Mason on the 29th. We stayed in Seattle an extra night just in case, and I came home on September 30th. And I went back to work the following Monday. I mean, I sit in front of a computer desk all day. I figured it was might as well sit there rather than sit in front of the TV. So my recuperation was great. I think initially I recuperated a little bit faster than Robin did. But if you look at it over the long run, it was like it was a marathon. It wasn't a short distance race. She bypassed me and she got better. She regained her energy so much faster than I did. But in my defense, I was vaccinated 3 months after surgery. So I recuperated, I recovered, I'm healthy, I'm strong. I don't know why anybody doesn't do it. I mean, you know, you've got a spare. I'm recommending sharing it. So that's.